All right. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Looks like we are in friggin' business here. If I can get anything to pull up. All right. Welcome in, y'all. Getting this party started here. Still waiting on our storms to get to going. Is this thing even live? Why will that not? Why can I not click on my stream to view it? What is going on? Okay. Works on that account. Weird. All right, welcome in, everybody. Hey, Storm Chaser Kirk. Hey, Rich, welcome in. We are live here. There we go. Now I got the chat pulled up on the iPad. How's the audio sounding? Just there we go. Giving myself a self audio check. Okay, we're sounding good. Hey, Paulo, welcome in. Hello, moderators. Great to have you guys on board here. All right. So, I'm on Oklahoma City's radar, and if we look up here, we can see that there is maybe some very elevated convection starting just east of the Oklahoma Panhandle. Not really showing up on, okay, now it is showing up down on Frederick's radar. We'll check Dodge City. And there it is. So it looks like our first tiny little cells have got their butt in gear here. The first little bit of convection near Buffalo, Oklahoma right now, Highway 183. So this party is just getting started right now, you guys. Switch over here real quick and give you a look at It's so weird chasing from the office chair, but I'm enjoying it. This is a totally fun new angle. Yeah, so here is the tornado risk outlined by the Storm Prediction Center right here, you guys. Get this big 10% tornado risk, 5%, 2% kind of following it right here. The storms that just got going are west of the 2% right now. But here's the deal, right? So these things, once they fire off, everything is going to line out fairly quickly. There is a very small window for discrete potential. Now, you could get a couple prefrontal, discrete supercells out ahead of the line. But the reason they have this 10% is for the overnight QLCS tornado threat. And as I mentioned, prefrontal supercells. So as these things form and race east, southeast across the region, we're really going to have to be watching the entire line for, embedded circulations, quick spin ups. And I wouldn't be surprised to even see maybe a strong tornado or two tonight. So yeah, thanks everybody for jumping in here. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Thanks to those that sent in those super chats. All right, sounds good, Rich. We've got Paula in chat moderating as well, so we should be good. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, so this is fun stuff. Most of you know that this is my maiden voyage doing live weather coverage from the office chair. I'm usually in the car screaming like a madman. That's kind of the environment that I feel like I'm best put in. But yeah, we're switching things up a little bit, doing this one from the studio. And I mean, let me know, do you want to see more of this? We can definitely do more of it, especially this year. With the recent birth of my daughter, Kinsley, I have to, obviously logically cut back on some chasing, especially, the first year. Like I want to be able to be close to her. And, but weather is also my biggest passion. So it's like, how can I, stay, how can I stay in it? Here we go. How can I stay in it effectively at it all the time? We're definitely still going to be chasing, out and about for sure. Like that is still happening. But like on days where it just doesn't seem logical for me to make it out there, it's like, I'm going to do this. And I think it's kind of fun. We've got Storm Chaser Matt in the house. And I already need water. But so yeah, let me get rid of this. Don't really need that anymore. So yeah, I'm on Dodge City's radar right now, just kind of watching these get their act together here. We'll do a little loop so you guys can see. Look how, quick these have just kind of fired off out of really not a lot of nothing. So a couple little ones down by Buffalo. Also, if you guys want to donate to us in live, real time, where it doesn't take months, to receive payments. I know some of you prefer the PayPal route. I do have the PayPal pin in the comment section down below. You guys' support is definitely appreciated. Not asking for it, but when you do it, it's awesome. We love it. Thanks to those that send in those super chats as well. Before I forget too, and before things really get going where I need to stay plastered to this seat, I forgot to bring Zero in the studio. Like, how dare I not have Zero in the studio too, Like, we got to have Zero in here, right? I know it, Matt. It does have a way better interface, though, for stuff like this. It's the only thing. I have to say, this gray map is pretty freaking sweet. I do like this. So, oh wow. Look at the latest radar scan right here. These things are just they're blowing up right now here in far northwest Oklahoma, southwest Kansas, just east of Ashland. Wow. And here they go down here too. They do show up on Dodge City. So see, they're very elevated right now. But this tiny little broken line here also showing up on Dodge City's radar now. I can't quite get it on Frederick down here. But see, we got Storm Runner Media out ahead of those. Shout out to DL. What up, buddy? Yeah, radar scope just not. Yeah, Rich gets it. It's just not. Yeah, user friendly for streaming, and like I do have it up on my iPad as well because I'm still more familiar with like that color table. So I've just kind of got it looping back there next to your guys' chat, so I can read chat and everything. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Drop a comment. Let me know where you're following from. I do think I am going to reduce my studio lighting a little bit while we have a brief moment. Let's take one last look at these here. Still getting their act together. These up here in between Ashland and Coldwater, Kansas are really starting to go. This one here over Protection looking pretty dang nice. Let me turn my lights down a little bit and we'll let Zero the Storm Chasing Dog in here. Okay, we are so back. Hey, Wendy, welcome in. Welcome in, YouTube members. Great to have you here, watching from the Omaha area. Very nice. Yeah, definitely watching these up here for sure. However, I do think, you know, as these things expand off to the southwest, I was like, what the heck is that? It's my other phone. I really think southwest Oklahoma, northeast Texas, Wichita Falls, out to Vernon. This area right in here, I think definitely has the best tornado potential, just kind of looking at models, maybe even all the way up to I-40. Up here you have, you know, way less surface-based cape and everything. So these up here, I think, will probably remain very elevated, you know, still packing a punch, though. Strong winds, large hail. Your more serious tornado threat definitely further down here. Let's switch to Frederick's radar. Yeah, now they are starting to show up a little bit on Frederick's radar here. Strong City. You know, I was just chasing out here by Strong City. Okay, just got severe thunderstorm watch, which I need to turn those on Radar Scoop here. Severe thunderstorm watch for south central Kansas is now in effect. I don't know why it's not up on Omega yet. I just turned that layer on. Oh no. Zero's getting hung up on the cords. Lay down. Could have been bad. All my studio lighting may have just left the chat. All right. Yeah, look at this one up here just north of Woodward. Really starting to take off. These things are definitely packing a punch of wind. That is for sure. Again, though, really watching this stuff down here. See how this goes. This stuff will definitely be last to initiate. It's already kind of proven itself. Let's just go back up to Dodge City and chill with what we're working with here. Hey, Roy, welcome in. Yes, Matt, gotta look for the bean. Yeah, Omega can be slow to update. I don't know what. The Severe Thunderstorm Watch Box has been up on Radar Scope for about 4 minutes now, and it still will not show up over here. And I'm on the same Wi-Fi, so I'm like, what the heck? Look at this one over Woodward. Starting to look very nice. There it goes. Okay, Severe Thunderstorm Watch. Now in effect over here on Radar Scope. All right, let's check out the details of this real quick. Severe Thunderstorm Watch expires in 5 hours, 48 minutes. And I do need to wait for the text to load. That probably hasn't loaded on Scope either, but once that text loads, I'll give you guys the update. Severe Thunderstorm Watch for South Central Kansas. That does include Wichita, Greensburg, Pratt, Medicine Lodge, Anthony, all the way out to Sedan and Peru, up to Hutchinson, Kansas. That is kind of the outline of the Severe Thunderstorm Watch out there. Storm Prediction Center did throw out a mesoscale discussion a couple hours ago now. 95% probs that we get a tornado watch kind of roughly somewhere in this area here. So just waiting for that to show up. Hey, Tony, welcome in. Welcome in. If you guys haven't already, please smash that like button, share the stream around. Those of you who've been, following me for a while know that usually I'm out in the field chasing. I'm sure I'll just say this a few times as a reminder. People are probably like, what the heck? Why is he not out there? Most of you know, my amazing daughter was just born a few months ago back in October. So kind of cutting down on the chasing a little bit this year. Especially stuff that I think isn't, logical to go out to. Obviously, kind of want to stay closer to home. I'll still be chasing on the road this year. That's a 100% guarantee. But, if I can kind of fill the gap with stuff like this and have fun with you guys and get back to doing my thing on social media, that's what we're going to do. So hope you guys like this. this is my very first time, like actually out here doing this thing. So, in the studio. So I kind of colored in the severe thunderstorm watch a little better there, so we can take a better look at it. Just I forgot to update these audible settings before I started up the stream, so I do apologize for that. All right. Should be good there. Yep. All right. Yeah, look at this one down here now. These starting to mature a little bit more here. Things getting off to a pretty rapid start, almost lining out immediately here. Yeah, I definitely feel like it will be a wild one, that's for sure. Deb Zero is good. She is actually laying right there, right next to us, down on ground level. Did also bring snacks. Always got to have the snacks. Like these are like Little Debbie Twinkies, really addicting. Wonder what Dial's up to, checking that thing out. He's in Carpenter. What up, Storm Runner? So just loop this a little bit. That way we can kind of watch the evolution of these things. Yeah, look at that. Just basically almost immediately linear. Definitely are some semi-discrete still, but that whole thing just blow up. Shoo. It starts up here and then just shoomp, shoots all the way down. That's pretty cool to watch. These things are going to be scooting and boogieing across Oklahoma and northern Texas tonight as well, moving very quick. Yeah, right, Red Chef. Speaking of snacks, did I just make everybody go get snacks? I sure hope so. Let me take these wrappers off so you guys don't have to hear crinkling. I always forget, like, because this just isn't my usual environment. I'm like usually in a car with windows down and like loud noises constantly. So like, you know, I'll just like eat right out of a chip bag or something. And here I'm like, oh yeah, probably shouldn't do that because this mic is going to pick up everything. And there's no ambient sound surrounding me to kind of mask my on the road, over the road habits. Heck yeah, Heather. That is quite the stream watch party. Let me tell you, that's a good bunch. But you know what? I bet none of them have a little Debbie Twinkie thingy here. I forget what these are called. I actually stole them from my girlfriend Rachel, so shout out to Rachel. But they're good. They're addicting. Yeah, that transition is pretty fire, isn't it? Like we can go to BRB, be right back. Just like that. Like that's kind of cool. Definitely going to be implementing this format into the field this year. Dang, Heather, yeah, you could literally watch like everybody that's live tonight. So what are you up to tonight, Matt? You still in the chat, buddy? Wow. Yeah, these are looking real nice on Dodge City. I'm going to switch over to Frederick real quick. Wow, those things just blew up like immediately. Check this out. Wow. Yeah. Watch these just blow up. We can take it kind of frame by frame here. Look at that. Just bam. Wow. Yep, just went severe thunderstorm warning now. As we were checking out the velocities on that, big time severe thunderstorm warning. Elk City, Sayre, out to Clinton. That includes the Highway 8 corridor. Butler, you're in that. Severe thunderstorm warning expires in 51 minutes until 10:15 Central Time. Moving east at 55 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. You guys can see hail damage to vehicles, roofs, sidings, and trees. So first severe thunderstorm warning of the day now in effect here in western Oklahoma. So we are going to be keeping an eye on this. We'll occasionally kind of check back into the north, but right now this is our focus point. We're going to be watching this line like a hawk. Yeah, Frederick does the best with this, I think. Yeah, Frederick. Okay, cool. Heck yeah, Matt. Yeah, that's I gotta figure out the bedtime thing for myself as well. There might not be sleep involved for me tonight. Okay, looking here, just north of Leadley, Oklahoma, getting a little bit of hail in this storm here. Storm is developing a hail core right over US 34. Been on this road many times. Also some hail developing east of Cheyenne, west of Butler. Also approaching the 34 corridor here. Thank you to all the YouTube members hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for also sending in those super chats. They definitely help out a bunch. I'm excited. This is a new fun avenue of mine here. I'm looking forward to it. So I hope I'm not boring you guys too much. Like I said, this is not my environment. It could become my environment. If you like me sitting behind the computer here. So yeah, two areas of hail that I'm watching develop right now, both approaching the 34 corridor or right over it. Yeah, right, Paula? Like, why does it have to be so late? The thing is this is just going to continue into tomorrow as well. Like, there's no break. These storms are just going to keep going and going and going and going and going. So, but we're going to be on here as long as, things stay interesting. So, take a quick pan out to the north here. I'm not seeing any warnings so far. We'll just check in Dodge City's radar and see what things look like up here. Not looking super great. Down here, though, these definitely packing a way bigger punch. Oh, check that out. This hail core's gotten bigger. So again, this severe thunderstorm warning expires in 47 minutes. Clinton, Elk City, Sayre, all the way up to Sealing, Oklahoma, out to Oakwood. You guys are in that. 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-sized hail. That's what it's warned for currently. I have a broken line. There we go. Forgot to switch to Frederick. Hey, Betty, welcome in. What's going on? Got to get that water. Yeah, this is just blowing up big time. Yeah, if you're traveling on I-40 heading west right now, watch out because this line is exploding rapidly here. Severe warned all the way out to Clinton, moving very fast. Watch that loop, how quick it goes from literally nothing on radar to a very intense line. There are some broken segments in it too. I would call it a broken line right now. Kind of have a couple different splits in it. Maybe even one right there. Take a look at the velocities. Whoa, what is going on there? There we go. Taking a look at the 3D here. Look at that. Oh, look at the guts of the storm. That is pretty freaking neat right there. You guys can see that hail core just west of Butler here on the 3D view. That's so neat. Let's loop it in 3D and kind of watch it build and bubble. Wow, that's neat. So there's a 3D look at this explosive line that is currently severe warned. Includes the I-40 corridor out to Clinton. Hey, Carson, welcome in. All right, let's go back to normal. There we go. So really what I'm looking for on this line, now, you know, it is more of a QLCS type event, right? But these tail ends down here, like another one just got going west of Magnum, right? This is where you really got to watch for that kind of increased tornado potential is those what we call the tail end Charlies. If I was chasing tonight, I would definitely maybe be sitting somewhere down by Elk City or even out by Clinton and just waiting for these things to develop a little bit, drop south, get visual on them, and then just target the tail ends. I'm going to hop over and take a look at velocity real quick. Kind of sucks. Everything's a little far away. It looks like there could be a little something trying to materialize here. Northeast of Eric over by Sayer. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah. Looks like a little rotation right here getting going. I do think these things are probably still a bit elevated, if I had to guess. Watching this hail core develop, approaching Butler right now. This will kind of race off this way. Got Storm Runner Media out there, trying to stay ahead of it. Moving very fast tonight. Tornado watch just issued. Yeah, Omega is definitely running a little behind. Yeah, there it is on radar scope. It just popped up on scope. Oh my gosh, that is a very tall, lengthy, long watch. It'll pop up on Omega in a second, and we'll be able to take a look at it, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Hey, David, welcome in. Hey, Justin. Yep, definitely keeping an eye on that area over by Sayer. Again, I really hope I'm saying that right. You know, if Sayer saying, I'm sure I'll be corrected if I'm not. Those of you just tuning in, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm usually out in the field, always out in the field. But with my newborn daughter being born back in October, we're cutting back a little bit on the chasing, especially on days that, you know, I don't think I can capitalize from being out there too much. And instead, we're moving a few things in studio here in-house, which I'm very excited for this new avenue because I feel like it gives me even more time to connect with the audience and really, you know, expand on the entire setup and look at the entire setup as a whole, where usually when we're out chasing, me being a one-man band, I kind of have to focus on the sole storm I'm chasing. I'm not able to, you know, provide details on every storm that's warned. So there it goes. There's our tornado watch. Just came online. Wow. Big watch here. Okay. So yeah, tornado watch now in effect. That tornado watch extends all the way down to San Angelo. Are you kidding me? San Angelo, all the way up to the Kansas border. That is a huge tornado watch. That tornado watch good for 7 hours and 22 minutes. We'll get back to that in a second. I want to check back in with this storm near Sayer, southwest of Elk City, and see what we're looking with there. Definitely some converging winds on the backside. Nothing super definitive yet, though. Okay. Let me switch back to reflect, and then let's chat about this tornado watch real quick. So, let me grab my little measuring tool here. I want to get a rough measurement of just how long wow, it might not even go that far. Let's see. Over 372 miles long. That's pretty wild. So yeah, 7 hours, 21 minutes. Gotta wait for the text to fill in before I can give you guys the good details on that. Could hop over, I guess, to the it's probably already over on SPC, but we'll just wait a minute. Check back in with our line here, see how it's doing. Hail core still chugging strong west of Butler. Yeah, right? Like, here's your tornado watch. Have fun. Like, it's just huge. Again, guys, everything, all the counties that are shaded in yellow, that is the tornado watch. So it's just issued. Counties shaded in red up on the Kansas side, that is a severe thunderstorm watch. That's how we've got things going tonight. You guys wouldn't mind, drop a comment. Let me know where you're following from. Are you in the risk tonight? Zero is just patiently sitting next to me at the studio here. She's probably like, what are we doing? She's like, this isn't normal. What's happening? Yeah, yes, Paula, this is the main event. It is this line. That's what we're working with here. And it has definitely lined out. You can see, though, you know, very faintly, like when I look right here, you can kind of see a couple inflow regions. So you do have some embedded supercells, like there's one right here, kind of one right here, another one right here. So there's definitely some embedded soups. Yes, Zero, I know. Zero will not leave me alone. Let me see if I can lengthen this up a little bit. Let's go 14 frames on the loop. Yeah, now you guys can see just how quickly this line has exploded from nothing to everything. All right, back to 7. Yeah, if you're in the KC metro area, whoo-hoo, you got all 50,000 seasons smacking you in a couple days. It's pretty wild. Yeah, Jordan, let's pan up to Kansas real quick for you. Severe thunderstorm watch for South Central Kansas. That does include Wichita, all the way out to just east of Dodge City, Pratt, El Dorado, up to Hutchinson. You're in that severe thunderstorm watch. We'll take a look at Dodge City radar real quick. Things definitely messier and weaker. Messier and weaker up here. Ooh. What do we got? Got a warning that just popped off somewhere. Hasn't updated. Not seeing anything. I just got the audible alert that there was a new warning issued. Okay, I'll give it a second. It's not showing up on either of mine. But yeah, things messier and weaker up here. For now. We'll see how these progress. We'll come back down to Frederick's radar and hone back in on this stuff approaching Elk City right now. If you're in Elk City, watch out. Destructive 60-mile-per-hour winds. So yeah, definitely a lot of convergence along this line right now. Nothing like super definitive of like, hey, that's some like serious rotation that we should be concerned about right now, right? But so maybe a little something trying to get going on the backside there. Yeah, we'll just keep watching it. I mean, this thing did just get started, so. There we go. That's the one I wanted. I am not used to Radar Omega. This is what I wanted to look at. Oh, okay. The northern end just went severe. Northern end now severe. Let's switch back over to Reflect real quick. Waynoka, Oklahoma, now in a severe thunderstorm warning, just north of Sealing, east of Moreland. This stuff approaching Cleo Springs, Fairview, Carmen, and Tacoma. I probably just mispronounced every single one of those. This now expires in 30 minutes. 1-inch hail, which is quarter size, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Let me switch back to Dodge City. Take a look at this. Okay. I want to stay as much focused in on this tail end stuff down here as possible. And as you can see, this is expanding to the southwest at a pretty rapid rate. If we loop it, we got going with this stuff up here. Now look at it, rapidly blow up all the way down into the southeast Texas panhandle, Highway 62 corridor here. Got some semi-discrete stuff happening down here. So we'll definitely be focusing mostly on this southern stuff for tornado potential. Now it can definitely happen everywhere in this line, but yeah, that's what we're really looking for here. Yeah, there's definitely some convergence happening west of Elk City here. Looks like the storm may be trying to form a little meso. Things definitely trying to get their act together. Look at the hail developing west of Carter. Wow. If you're in Carter, Oklahoma here, fairly decent sized hail core developing in this kind of embedded supercell here. 1-inch hail. At least that's what the warning says. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us. Thanks for sending those super chats in. Also, welcome in YouTube members. YouTube members keeping our wheels rolling, even if they're our office chair wheels. If you're new to the channel, I'm sorry to those that have been following me. You're gonna probably have to hear this a couple times, but yeah, if you're new to the channel, usually out on the road chasing. My daughter was born back in October, so kind of trying to prioritize when I actually leave to go chase and when I can sit here, hang out with you guys, and track it on the computer screen. This being one of those nights, as well as tomorrow. Storm down by Hollis. I'm watching these for sure. That hail course still chugging west of Carter. Just came online. Jordan says we have a cell on the border of Oklahoma and Kansas. We can take a look at that real quick. Let's see, Wichita or Dodge City, kind of right in the middle. This one here, I'm guessing, that you were talking about, Jordan. Yeah, that one actually looks pretty decent. Semi-discrete miniature supercell. That one moving up towards Hartner, Kansas right now. We'll keep an eye on that. Matt, are you still in chat or did you take off? I know you said you got to be to work in the morning, so just wasn't sure. Did get a special weather statement now up here in Kansas. These clusters now have a special weather statement, expires in 38 minutes, wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, and half-inch hail. That does include Pratt, Medicine Lodge, and St. John. You guys are in that special weather statement. Again, for 38 minutes. Jordan, we can hop back up there and take a look for you. Don't have much else going on in the world right now. It does look like it may be trying to wrap around a little bit right here, developing a little hook on it. You guys can see this little inflow notch right here. Let me loop it so I can kind of get a better idea of what is going on here. Yeah, so if you loop it, you can definitely see that start to form a miniature hook there. So we'll keep an eye on this. Take a look at velocities real quick. Whoa, went way too far there. Yeah, not seeing much. All this stuff up here is still pretty elevated. While a tornado may definitely happen up here, the chances are, significantly reduced from, what they are down in this region tonight. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on this, though. This stuff up here, the hail and wind threat comes before the tornado threat, where the severe thunderstorm watch is issued for south central Kansas. However, tornado is certainly still possible with the amount of shear in place today. We will keep you updated on that, Jordan. All right, back to Frederick here. Taking a look. Still not much happening in the way of strong or tight, semi-tight rotation. We'll go back to reflectivity. What is happening, though, is look at these isolated hail cores that are developing. One west of Elk City, one northwest of Butler, and the other one down here approaching Carter right now. Oh, yeah, gotta love the hailstones. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, smash that like button. Thanks, Paula, for letting them know. Zero's trying to steal my my candy bar over here. Trying to take it right off my desk. The severe English. Whew, wow. Let's try that again. This severe thunderstorm warning is set to expire in 20 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised, though, to see them, reissue this further down the road as this broken line kind of races off to the east. Still packing a pretty serious punch here. 60-mile-an-hour winds, 1-inch hail. Even when we come all the way down here, look at the isolated hail cores developing west of Magnum. Highway 62 corridor's got a couple little hail cores going on here. And, there we go. Special weather statement. As we focus into this area, it's almost like I know something. As we focus in down here, Magnum, you're now under a special weather statement. Expires in 34 minutes. 50 to 55 mile an hour winds and nickel-sized hail. Includes Willow, Gold, Hollis, Magnum, Vinson, McKnight, McQueen, and Granite. And Brinkman. I don't think we said Brinkman. So I was going to tell you a quick story. Back in, I think it was 2022 or 2023, my dad was with me on a chase, and it was kind of a similar setup to this where you had a very intense line racing off to the east. And we started out here by the Texas border, and we get into Altus here. And the line was moving so fast, we literally could not drive fast enough to stay out ahead of it. And we basically ride it out in Altus, taking like 70, 80 mile per hour winds, maybe locally higher in areas. And we're like, crap. So, like power poles start sparking and everything. And then so we start racing off to the east on 62 here. And then like right about in here where I'm drawing right now, I ran over a speed limit sign that had got blown over by the wind, and it like skirted out into the road. And I ran it over at like 65, 70 miles an hour trying to get away from the line. Just ka-thunk, ka-thunk. Ooh, we just got a warning somewhere. No more story time. Okay. Severe thunderstorm warning now up here. These cells starting to intensify a bit in the severe thunderstorm watch. That cell we were watching that was developing that hook, Jordan, thank you for bringing that to my attention. Now severe thunderstorm warning, ping pong ball sized hail, 60 mile per hour winds. We'll see if it does have a tour possible tag. And it does not. So yeah, this storm now, one of the better, let me get rid of that. One of the better looking storms out there right now, and really the most discreet if you think about it. There's that hook that it's still got inflow region right here. That's the one that's severe warning now for Medicine Lodge, Kansas. I actually got some stories up here in Medicine Lodge too, but we'll save those for a later date. Got so severe warning for Hazleton, Sharon, Medicine Lodge, and Hardner. I'm getting ahead of myself here, guys. Getting ahead of myself. These severe thunderstorm warnings down here still cranking. This one good in 16 minutes. This got upgraded to damage threat considerable. Let's take a look at this. Golf ball sized hail now. So for Waynoka, up to, really a Waynoka 412 corridor down to ceiling. Damage threat considerable, 60-mile-an-hour winds, golf ball sized hail. So we'll kind of keep an eye on this here. Look at this. Oh, wow. Oh, really starting to look pretty nice. Yeah, hey champ. Mostly, embedded supercells. Some broken line segments. That's kind of that's the story of the night here. Doesn't look like there's going to be any prefrontal action. The second these things fired off, really, it was just pretty much straight to a line. Really no in between. You definitely can see the broken, segments here. One here, one here, one here, one here, right? So let's head back down to Frederick's radar. Yeah, just stopping by. I completely agree with you, and that's what I was kind of mentioning earlier as well. We're really focusing in on the southern end of this line tonight for that. A locally enhanced area of greater tornado potential, I do think, resides down in this region here. And that is what we're going to be watching the heaviest for that tornado potential. Again, if you guys want to donate in real time, I do have our PayPal link pinned in the description down below. I know some of you prefer that method because YouTube takes some of your money. Also, thanks to the YouTube members hanging out with us tonight. Consider becoming a member. We do have a early access video coming out. Should be this Thursday for members with a pretty special thing included in it for members and Facebook subscribers only. I have a new product coming to my soon-to-be finished, once again, merch store with a new video I just got done editing this morning. I have a couple more things to do there. But anyways, not to give the whole surprise away, but YouTube members and Facebook subscribers will be getting a 50% discount for a very limited edition item that I'll be bringing to the merch store. So I will throw that little secret out there for you guys now. We'll head back up here, take a look at that Kansas supercell. Just northwest of Hartner. That is approaching Medicine Lodge. Again, ping pong ball sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. Severe thunderstorm warning expires in 42 minutes. And yeah, you can see here just on the velocity returns on radar that this environment is elevated. Looks like it probably will remain that way as well. Like when you come down here, you can tell things aren't as washed out. There's more instability that these storms are working with, more cape, surface-based cape. Up here, things definitely more elevated. All right, not much has changed here. I'm giving my mouth a break. While we just kind of observe things mature and build and progress east, I guess we could play a fun game in the comments. Guess a number 1 through, I won't make it too tough on you guys. 1 through 47. And I do have a number in mind this time. I promise. Guess the number 1 through 47 in the comments. Let's see if you guys guess it. I knew I was waiting for somebody to ask about that, and I will greatly share what that is after we play this fun little game in the comments here. Yeah, that's got a major story behind it, and I've never really even posted. I don't think I've ever. Maybe way back in the day, I did, but yeah. You guys are gonna love this. It is pretty freaking cool. Oh, Jordan, are you out chasing? Nice. Heck yeah. Yeah, I keep kind of scanning in between here. Not a lot has changed. Let me just take a look at velocities real quick across the board. Confluence definitely starting to pick up along the line. Let's take a little 3D look here. That is just so cool. Look at all the individual, right, like little hail cores when you zoom along the line. That's so neat. This one down here is looking really actually pretty dang stout. Yeah, I was just gonna say, Jordan. It looks like I didn't wanna crush your dreams, but yeah, it did kind of sploof out a little bit. Watch this loop, everybody. That the best looking storm initially has since kind of fallen apart. Did have a pretty decent hook on it as it was crossing the Kansas-Oklahoma border, approaching Medicine Lodge, and then yeah, probably just ran out of that greater instability axis and went. All right. So if anybody guessed 31, you got it right. Let me scroll the comments here. That's the number I had in mind. Ooh, I see a 32, a 30, a 33. I'm not seeing a 31 yet. Oh my gosh. Y'all got so close. Okay. New severe thunderstorm warning. Now, let me get down here. So this one just popped off. Butler, Clinton, Elk City. Now severe warned, 50 minutes, $50 sized hail. This is for Washita. I just botched that completely. Washita County in western Oklahoma, Roger Mills County, Custer County, and eastern Beckham County until 11 p.m. 60-mile-an-hour winds, $50 sized hail on that. And no tour possible tag attached. Just FYI. So yeah, severe thunderstorm warning within a severe thunderstorm warning. These are definitely the healthiest cells here. So these are like kind of two embedded supercells. You got this one right here, and then another one right here, right? So two embedded supercells, both packing a punch here. They've got the most prominent hail cores in them as well. Yeah, so things are still remaining pretty chill, but really could all change. The daytime heating definitely does have a effect. Oh, got another new one somewhere. Okay, southern end just went severe. All right, Magnum, Highway 6 corridor, Willow, East Duke, and Hollis. Down to just west of Quanah, Texas. You're now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Expires in 47 minutes. Quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. And that is for this line segment right here. I will outline it in blue since there's so many severe warnings going off right now. This is the new severe warning area. It does include the Highway 62 corridor. Next up down the line, Altus. You definitely, if you're in Altus or Hobart, You need to be watching this line, staying tuned to those watches and warnings. This line is definitely getting stronger down here as it matures and pushes off to the east. Hence why we just got that severe thunderstorm warning down here. So now severe thunderstorm warnings minus this little gap right here extend basically the entire all the way through Oklahoma right there. Again, with the exception for this little gap right there. Severe thunderstorm warnings. This whole line is warned. Basically with the same story all the way down at 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-sized, some up to golf ball. See if they did drop the considerable. Or no, they didn't. That's this one up here. Considerable warning expires in 1 minute. That should be allowed to expire. This stuff is somewhat weakened a little bit up here. So yeah, I would expect that considerable severe thunderstorm warning tag and warning to be dropped for that matter. Up here for Waynoka, Alva, Cherokee, and Fairview, you do have this stuff previously warned for destructive hail and wind headed your way. Keep an eye on that. Hefty stretch of hail developing here from north of Hollis down to Childress, Texas. Yeah, so Magnum, East Duke, El Dorado, and Quanah. Be watching this line segment as it races towards your position. Wow, Paula, was that the first ad you got? Wow, first one. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I may need to step that up a notch. So if you're just tuning in, drop a comment. Let me know where you guys are following from. How is your night going? We are hanging out with you. Going to be here the majority of the night, I would imagine. That is, of course, unless all this just kind of like falls apart. But this tornado watch good for 6 hours and 43 minutes. And we are going to stick with you as this line pushes through it. That is for sure. We'll be here for you no matter what. Oh, yeah. I forgot. While things remain cool here. Oh, real quick. So, yeah, severe thunderstorm warning was, warning was allowed to expire up here for Fairview, Cherokee, and down to Putnam. Just dropped down or reduced down to a special weather statement. 27 minutes, 50, 55-mile-an-hour wind gusts, nickel-sized hail. So there's that. That got downgraded on the northern end. Still not a lot interesting happening down here. Again, Severe Warren, Magnum, all the way up to Elk City and Butler, Clinton. Next up is Clinton, New Cordell, Hobart, Altus, and eventually Frederick down into Vernon and Quanah, Texas. You guys should be watching this. While we have a minute, though, I did get a comment asking what that thing is. And it's pretty cool. I figured it had to go on our wall for our live streams and whatever else studio recordings down here. So if I can find it. There we go, right here. That piece hanging on the wall behind me came from Lockett, Texas. If you guys remember, there's that nighttime tornado that went right through town. I was on that storm following just behind it. I was unable to cut it off on Highway 70 here. I was stuck behind about a 2-mile line of chasers. I think this was 2022 or 2023. I can't exactly remember. And I was stuck behind a line of chasers, come into Lockett, get into town. Town's destroyed, jump right into, obviously search and rescue mode and helping people out as much as we could, wherever assistance was needed. And then anyways, there's an airfield kind of like right up in here, like an agricultural airfield. And the tornado had basically just destroyed the hangars. Well, anyways, the next day I'm like driving around out in this area, like the airfield's kind of in here and I'm driving out here in this area, which is about a mile from the airfield. And I see this big yellow, let me get out of here, a big yellow thing like out in a field, like stuck in the dirt. And I'm like, what is that? And so go out to look at it. We're going around looking for damage, seeing if anybody needed help. And I'm like, all right, I got to find out what that is. I go and look at it, and I'm like, sure enough, because I'm a big aviation geek. I actually, a few years ago, was trying to obtain my private pilot's license. Weather kind of took over, and then I stopped. But anyways, I was like, I immediately knew that was off of one of their air tractors, one of their crop dusters. And I was like, oh my goodness. The tornado had carried that piece of airplane over 1.5 miles away from their hangar. And I actually went and spoke with them that day and showed them that I had found it. They couldn't believe it. And they ended up letting me keep it as a souvenir. And it's been with me forever. It's on the wall now. And yeah, it's kind of came with me. The cool thing is, I don't know if you guys can kind of see it too well, but there is still grass stuck in it from when it got pile drived into the ground from the tornado in Lockett back then. So yeah, that's the wall art that we have down here. It's not just a piece of scrap metal. It's history right there hanging on the wall. So yeah, pretty cool story. I like it. I mean, every time I've had it for years now, and every time I see it, it just reminds me of that night. Although Lockett definitely had some serious damage that night. Another story, which I'll say for another time because we're trying to cover this stuff, dang it. But this is what happens when a over-the-road storm chaser turns into a observer from the computer here. We just start talking about chases because I've been so many places, right? Like, I could tell you all kinds of stories from this region. But yeah, anyways. Thank you all for hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please smash that like button. Thanks for sending in those super chats. PayPal link is pinned in the description down below if you want to support us that way, where YouTube doesn't take a percentage of our Monday money. The thing is I was up at 5 this morning. The good thing is, though, is I already didn't have a sleep schedule before becoming a dad. Storm chasing, literally disrupts any plan to have a sleep schedule. So thankfully I was already accustomed to really not sleeping. So when we had Kinsley, my newborn, it's like kind of same old, but it is still different and a little more stressful. So you're like up more, you don't sleep as well, and then like now we just got a new warning. Where did they issue that at? Hey Amy, welcome in for more. Yeah, we'll definitely be keeping a watchful eye out for you. Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, I don't know where that new warning is. It just got the audible alert, but I cannot seem to find it. Both of those are the ones that have already been up. Maybe it just hasn't came on the screen yet. Yeah, so far things getting off to a bit of a slow start here. Don't sleep on it because these storms got a lot of time to do their thing. Yeah, just 3 active severe thunderstorm warnings, the ones that have been up, so. You guys will be seeing me drink a lot of water tonight. That is a usual occurrence. You guys have been riding around with me in my car all these years. You probably have gotten very used to hearing all the crinkling water bottles and me like just chucking them in the back seat when I'm done with them. Just so routine. Guys, while we have a minute here, I am going to step away for just a second. Give me about 30 seconds. I'll be right back in the studio. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Keep them here, moderators. Keep them here. I'll be right back, you guys. All right, we are so back. I gotta go get more water and just a couple more snacks that I'll drop in my drawer for later on. With this line starting to intensify a little bit, I don't want to take too many more breaks. Good to hear, Amy. Glad you're enjoying it. Like I said, this is not our usual cup of tea here at Team Zero. Usually we're out here dominating the storms. Speaking of Zero, she's right here. She's like, what the heck is going on? Why aren't we out there? Here, we'll see if we can get her in the camera for you guys. Oh, it's gonna be kind of tough. There she is. There she is. Right there, everybody. Zero the storm chasing dog. Both of us out of our natural habitat right now. So out of our natural habitat. Everybody drop a comment for Zero. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Bye, Zero. Getting dog hair all over my sweats. All right. I see nothing changed while we were away. That is good. Hey, thank you, Rich. I appreciate that, buddy. Yes, if you guys haven't heard the story of how Zero came into our lives, I actually have that story pinned at the top of my Facebook profile. If you're not following me over there, you can find me at Stormchaser Jaden Pappenheim. Whoa. Hold up. Hold up. We've got a tornado warning. There it goes. Right here. Tornado warning. Thomas. First tornado warning of the night. Let's go over to velocities. Hold everything. There it is. So here's the rotation. Just 2 tornado warnings, I think. Nope, 1. Yeah, 2 tornado warnings. Hasn't popped up yet. So the next one's going to be down here. Tornado warning for Thomas. Rotation just crossed through Arapahoe. Thomas, you need to be in your safe place right now. The next tornado warning, I'm just going to call it out off of radar scope. Clinton, Burns Flat, and Corn, Oklahoma. You're under a tornado warning. 2 tornado warnings right now. Here we go. There it is. There's the rotation. Burns Flat. You need to be in your safe place right now. 2 tornado warnings simultaneously just popped up. Get a quick post out on Facebook here. So we're going to be watching these things like a hawk. Again, those couplets, one right here approaching Thomas. Thomas, you need to be in your safe place. This couplet right here over Burns Flat. Clinton, eventually Weatherford, and Corn. Be watching for this. Looks like it's kind of on a trajectory to head up here. Maybe split in between Corn and Weatherford. So 2 tornado warnings right now. Sorry, guys, just putting a quick post out on Facebook about these tornado warnings. All right. Let's get right back to this. Let's loop these here so we can kind of watch. Let me slow it down. So yeah, you guys can see that meso intensify just north of Arapahoe. Same thing with Burns Flat, intensifies over Burns Flat. 25 minutes on the southern warning, 40 minutes on the northern warning. Little better look there without the velocity so you can see. Again, Bessie, you need to be in your safe place. You're next up there. Let's go back to velocities. Yeah, so if you're in the path of these warnings, be in your safe place. Looks like that couplet now over Burns Flat here. Bessie, Clinton, eventually Weatherford. You're going to be in the path of this tornadic storm. And Corn. The warning to the north. Now over Custer City. There's that rotation. Thomas, you're next up. Be in your safe place. Thomas, Oklahoma, be in your safe place. Further down the road, Oakwood and Watonga. Be watching out for this tornadic storm rotation now approaching Thomas. These storms moving very quickly as well. Moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. There we go. So on the wrong radar the whole time. I was like, what's going on? Okay, so there's that rotation now approaching Thomas. Only a few miles from Thomas. If you're in Thomas, Oklahoma, be in your safe place. Burns Flat, here you go. Clinton, you're next up. Be in your safe place. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us here. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Yeah, so last scan I've got, 11:36. That's 2 minutes ago, right? So Thomas, that rotation, probably very near you, if not on top of you now. Thomas, be in your safe place. Watonga, be watching out for this next. Looks like the rotation has weakened a little bit on the southern tornado warning, but Clinton, you should still be in your safe place right now. And Corn. Area of rotation has passed Burns Flat. So Burns Flat, you do look to be in the clear. Yeah, that rotation just east of you now. So there we go. I'm glad we took our break when we did, because about 10 minutes later, boom, tornado warnings. Jake, thank you for the first super chat of the night. Jake coming in clutch with the super chat. Thank you so much. Everybody smash that like button right now for Jake Tyson. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I need that motivation. I need that positive energy because like I've been saying kind of all night. Like my typical vibe is like in the car, chasing, screaming out the window with wind and rain, and so I'm not used to this studio environment. However, I do have to say I'm enjoying it. It's actually fun hanging out with you guys. I feel like I can hyper focus on everything a lot more. So yeah, but it always feels good having that reassurance that I'm halfway look like I know what I'm doing out here. So Jake, thanks for the super chat. First super chat of the night. Really appreciate it, buddy. Here we go. Thomas, let's see, 11:38 now, so another 2 minutes behind. That's probably on top of you now, Thomas. Does look like it has weakened a little bit, but still be in your safe place. Would Tonga be watching this? New Cordell, the Burns flat warning approaching Clinton. Clinton, be watching out for this. The couplets were definitely tighter a little bit ago. You can see they've kind of splooged out a little bit on both storms, but still tornado warned. 34 minutes on the northern one, 20 minutes on the southern one. Also, half dollar sized hail on the southern storm, golf ball on the northern. Those could probably commingle and mix together. Yeah, usually very high energy. I feel like if I had that energy in the studio right now, people would not watch. I'm just like yelling and like raging at my computer screen right now. Yeah, that wouldn't be the vibe. That would not be the vibe. Yeah, could you imagine my normal live streaming energy that I usually bring with me out in the field in the studio right now? Oh, it'd be mayhem. Hey Homer, welcome in from North Dakota. What's going on? My favorite state to chase in right there, North Dakota. What's going on? So still keeping a very watchful eye on this. What little bit of rotation is left here, right, is approaching Thomas. With the couple minute radar delay, that likely over Thomas right now. So if you're in Thomas, you should have already been in your safe place. Watonga, the center of rotation about 24 miles from you right now on this tornado warning storm. You're technically not in the tornado warning, but something to watch out for and just keep an eye on. Taking a look down here, I'm not really seeing really anything tight anymore at all. For the Clinton Bessie warning, Burns flat, you're in the clear now. That area of rotation, which was originally stronger out by you, has since passed off to the east. Burns flat, you're pretty much in the clear on the back side of that warning now. See, my good friend Stormrunner Media is on this southern tornado warning. You guys may occasionally see me take a little ripscaroonie from the vape tonight. Don't judge. It's bound to happen, especially when things start getting interesting here. Jake says, scanner reporting a funnel near Bessie. Let's try to loop this here, get a better look at what is going on. Whoa, come back to me. There we go. So yeah, you guys can see that area of rotation. Spin near Burns flat up towards Bessie here. It definitely does weaken. You can see it was stronger back by Burns flat, and then it weakens out a little bit. But it looks like another little meso may have cycled right here, because now you're kind of working with a more compact. Let me get rid of this and zoom in a little bit. Like right here, if I can kind of pick it out of the weeds, I would say right here approaching Bessie is where your tightest bit of rotation is. Pretty much right where Stormrunner is. This is the tightest area right there. But other than that, it definitely was stronger back by Burns Flat over here. So next up, I would say this would be more in line with Weatherford. Weatherford be watching this tornadic storm, as well as you, Clinton. But yeah, Weatherford definitely be watching out there. Currently, no warnings in Kansas right now. Let me switch back over to Reflect. Real quick, we'll take a look at this stuff up here. Boy, that is went like sub-severe. Oof. All right. And now back to our tornado warnings. Boy, they're kind of in that little bit of a radar hole right now. They're just not... Frederick's about the best for those. Looks like this one's kind of falling apart on radar on precip. Not the best look in the world right there. We are hyper focused now. Yeah, this one near Bessie, trying to hang on a little bit right here, but. All right, back to it here. So both warnings still active. Northern one expires 28 minutes, southern one 13 minutes. Really not seeing anything super definitive right now. This one over here by Thomas right here, that's kind of what you get. Nothing super strong or tight. Let's pan down the line real quick and just see what the tail ends are looking like. So if I had to go, this one might be next if I had to pick, right? Like, I would say next storm to start watching that's not tornado warned would be if you're near New Cordell, be watching this because this is definitely an embedded supercell right here. And it's take a look at our velocities on that. So you can kind of see here a Sentinel, Dill City, really Sentinel to New Cordell. Be watching this storm, not warned yet. You can see some confluence taking place there, maybe trying to get a more compact meso formed on it soon. But yeah, like I'm not one to speculate, but if I had to guess what storm might try it next, I would say it'll probably be this one here. So just a precautionary, like, hey, be on the lookout. Sentinel, New Cordell, I'll be watching this storm for sure. Still a little couplet hanging out here, skirting past Thomas. This is heading up towards Watanga, so yeah, Watanga still kind of be watching this cell and area of rotation as it migrates up towards you. Try to scoot my chair forward a little bit there. All right. Just kind of waiting for a new scan so we can see what's going on with this stuff up here. Still, there we go. Oh, wow. Try that again. I said we're waiting for a new scan, and then as soon as I got done saying that, we got a new scan. So that actually re-intensified a little bit, this area of rotation south of Thomas. This is slowly migrating up over this away-ish. Watanga still needs to be watching that. So latest scan that did re-intensify just a little bit. Still nothing happening in Kansas. So really what I would probably be hyper focusing on right now is this area over here. You guys can see on the loop there. It's definitely the most defined area of rotation between the two warnings. And thank you everybody for hanging out. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Panning out here, switching back to high res. We'll take a look at this line. Yeah, most intriguing part. This is kind of falling apart up here, really. I'd be watching this one still, right here. One over Burns Flat and Sentinel. It just has that look on reflectivity of a fairly healthy embedded soup. just got a new warning. Somewhere. Always hear the audible. There we go. There it is. Severe thunderstorm warning now issued for way out ahead of this line. Altus all the way up to Weatherford, just north of the I-40 corridor. New severe thunderstorm warning. This entire line now severe thunderstorm warned for 50 minutes. Quarter size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Caddo County, Jackson County, Custer County, Kiowa County, Blaine County, Harmon County, Eastern Greer County, Beckham County. Until 11:45, 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-sized hail. And tornado possible tag is attached to this entire severe thunderstorm warning. So if you're out ahead of this line, tornado certainly possible at any moment. Out ahead of that, another new warning somewhere. So next up to see this line of storms, Mountain View, Eakley, Hinton, coming down here, Mountain Park, and Altus. Altus, you're about to get rocked by this line here. Just got a radar update. Of course. That's how it works, right? I do really enjoy looking at this 3D model. That is pretty sweet. That is pretty neat. Very skinny. Very, very skinny. Excuse me. I did not mean to cough in the mic like that. Definitely did not mean to do that. All right. That southern tornado warning allowed to expire. This couplet up here, though, still kind of hanging on by a thread. Moving up towards Watanga now, as previously advertised. So, broad rotation here, approaching Watanga. Just be on the lookout for that if you're near there. Yes, thank you, Rich. Yeah, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Don't smash it so hard that you break your phone, though. Share the stream around. Consider becoming a channel member, as channel members are about to get, and as I said earlier, I can't spoil the whole thing. I've got a new video coming out this Thursday or Friday with a very limited edition product that'll hit my merch store as the video drops. And channel members here on YouTube and Facebook subscribers are getting a 50% discount code to that. So head on over, become a YouTube member today, and get 50% off this soon to come mystery item on PappenheimWX.shop. You gotta be a member to get 50% off, though. It's still chugging there. Yeah, Watanga. I would just like precautionarily, consider being in your safe place here as this moves up towards you. May skirt just to the west, potentially, kind of like this. Latest scan, it did kind of jump a little south. So yeah, I mean, anywhere in that general area there as it propagates to the northeast. Let's pan out here, go back to our reflect. Man, the southern end of this line is not looking good at all. It's very fizzly. One tornado warning remaining. That's the one we've been keeping a closest eye on. And there we can see it on that latest scan weaken even further, which is a good sign, as always, as it approaches a small town here, Watanga. Definitely fizzling out on approach. I know, right, Rich? It's like the tail end of all this stuff is just trash right now. It's total trash. Total garbage. Garbage. I'm gonna have to go make some coffee here pretty soon once this tornado warning expires. Try to fit in a little gap and go make me a cup of coffee real quick. I'll go start the coffee machine and come back down and then like try to guesstimate when it's gonna be done and run back up and get it. All right, chat. Let's come up with since times are kind of boring right now. Let's come up with something to talk about. You guys got any questions for me? Trying to think what we could do to keep ourselves entertained other than watch this dying meso here. I will say one thing is I had a wheel fall off my super cool office chair a little bit ago. I promise I'm not fat. It just fell off. Don't know why, or really when, but it did. Came back down from getting a couple extra bottles of water, and it was just on the ground. I was like, what the heck? Oh, hang on. They just reissued. They reissued it. Right here. Tornado warning extended. Watanga. I've been calling you guys out for a little while now. Watanga, now you definitely need to be in your safe place. And Hitchcock. I should have switched back up to the northern radar earlier as well. I was focused in down here, so my apologies for that. This shows it even better here. So yeah, Watanga, be in your safe place. Hitchcock, you're next in line. Be in your safe place right now. That tornadic circulation continues. And on this radar, the radar I should have been on, again, these are some of the technical issues I'm going to have to deal with until I get used to this whole studio stuff. Yeah, it's wildly different. Anyways, this right now approaching, looks like Highway 3 or 270, crossing 270 as of 12:08 a.m. So right now, this rotation with a fairly evident couplet is about 2 miles west of Watanga right now. So if you're in this area, you need to be in your safe place right now. This moving northeast up towards Hitchcock, 14 miles away, 14 mile separation from that couplet right now. So Hitchcock to Watanga, you need to be in your safe places. Loyal, you're up next. So we're going to be zeroed in on this. No, not you. You're not you, zero. Not that zero, this zero. She perked her ears up. She's like, huh? Yep. So let's actually loop this. Yeah, look at that. So we will start checking CCs as well, just to be safe. Oh, wow. Whoops. There we go. Yeah. So just wait for the next scan. Last scan, 12:08, 2 minutes ago. There we go. There it is. 210 right here. It's crossing the rotation, crossing Highway 3 now, due west of Watanga. Mackenzie, welcome into the chat. Yeah, I am a new dad, 4 months new here. So doing the life thing, taking a small step back from chasing everything under the moon and stars, and prioritizing a little, family time. Obviously, want to stay closer to home. So really on days where I think, it's not beneficial for me to be out in the field, I am implementing the new, weather coverage from in the studio here, and really I'm enjoying it. Right now we're tracking a decent bit of rotation here. You guys can see that couplet a couple miles west of Watanga, Oklahoma right now, tracking up towards Hitchcock. Watanga and Hitchcock, you need to be in your safe places. Trying to get that post out on social media now. Thank you, Mackenzie. Appreciate it. Yeah, I do keep trying to make those inserts throughout the stream here because I'm sure there are a few people that do not know. That is right. All right. Waiting for that new scan to come in. 3 minutes old. There we go. 12:13. Wow. And it actually, you know what? It has tightened right here. Very decent couplet. Hitchcock, be in your safe place. The skirting dangerously close to Watanga here. Not seeing any evidence of anything on the ground or in progress. Watanga, you're getting rocked by some pretty intense wind right now, though, I can tell you that much. So yeah, next up Hitchcock. Let's see here. We've got you're little less under 10 miles from the center of rotation here. And it is moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. So if you're in Hitchcock, you need to be in your safe place now. You know, it could definitely be, a busy tornado season for sure. I'm not much of a long range forecast analog person myself. I usually take it kind of week by week, so I don't like to really throw my predictions out there. But just looking at the overall, kind of scale of things and previous years and comparisons, definitely looks like it could be a definitely a busy year. We'll just have to see how it unfolds. Really well. So 12:15 scan approaching Hitchcock now. 7 miles from Hitchcock, moving very quickly. Hitchcock, Oklahoma, be in your safe place. Next up, Parvin. You need to be watching this closely. Only tornado warning active right now. And we're on it. We'll give this a little loop here so we can see how it progresses. You guys can see that spin here. It's definitely strengthened. It strengthened as it passed by Watanga. Right there is your couplet. Shoot, right there. Draw a plus right through the center of it. So as of the 12:15 scan, or yeah, we already did that. Less than 7 miles out now. 12:17 now. At 11 there. I'm sorry, I'm using Eastern time here. So yeah, as of 11:15, it was 7 miles from Hitchcock, approaching Hitchcock now. Looks like it is right on track to go right through the center here. If we zoom in here, small little community here, but still, if you're in Hitchcock near Highway 8, that rotation looks to either pass directly over or very near. So again, next up is Parvin, which is, I guess, nothing but a couple county roads. Okay. Just waiting for a new scan to come in right now. Okay, good news here. In the short term, if we loop it, you can see it strengthen as it passes by Watanga. And then on the latest scan, it has stretched a little bit here. Why can't I get that to go away? There we go. And it's kind of stretched out a little bit here. Still definite rotation, though. That's approaching Hitchcock, Oklahoma right now as we speak. This radar's 1 minute behind. 4 miles out. Approaching quickly. This is Hitchcock, Oklahoma here. Small little town. But be in your safe place, Hitchcock. Taking a quick look down the line here. No new warnings. This is the only active tornado warning right now. Yeah, actually, I picked off a pretty good tornado in Wisconsin a couple years ago. I got the Wyville, Wisconsin tornado close range. That was a pretty wild day. My only Wisconsin tornado. Okay, waiting for this radar to update. It was last updated 11:19 Central Time. It should be just over Hitchcock now on the next scan, if I've got my measurements correct here. So just waiting for that next one to come in. You guys can see that the velocity couplet right there heading off towards Hitchcock, Oklahoma. A few minutes old there, so only 3-4 miles apart. It should be right over town now. Okay, and there it is. And wow, thankfully, it fell apart on the latest scan as it got over Hitchcock. Look at that separation now. Very messy, not as compact anymore. That's very good sight. Okay, good deal. You guys can see it if we loop it here. You can see it intensify down by Watauga. And then on that latest scan, it really just splooged apart. Sweet. Still tornado warn, though. Oh, did we just get a new one? I heard the audible. Oops. Something just popped off. Couple special weather statements, or I'm sorry, just one special weather statement for Wichita up to Newton up here. That's kind of what's going on with Kansas right now. Let's get back to this. Over Hitchcock, this tornado warning set to expire in 6 minutes. Rotation has weakened some. Guess I can unplug my mouse now. It's been charging for a couple hours. I'm not getting tired. That was not a yawn that you guys just witnessed. That was not a yawn. It was not a yawn at all. Yeah, it's a real thing. The yawns are real right now. That's what I was saying earlier on chat. I'm like, whenever these tornado warnings expire and it looks like I'm going to have a little break, I am going to literally run upstairs and make a cup of coffee. Let me see if I can time that better. Yeah, definitely going to have to make some coffee. This is a real thing. So that rotation has actually kind of got its act back together. It's like it may have cycled. Definitely did there. So skirting just east of Hitchcock now. Kind of made a curve over here. And now is right here now, and then on the latest scan, and now it looks kind of poopy again. But right there. That's where it is. Loyal, I would be watching out for this, especially since it's kind of turned right a little bit. I don't think this area here near Loyal, which, oh yeah, I remember we looked. Loyal is nothing but a couple intersecting county roads earlier. Oh no, you know what? There is actually. There is a little tiny town there. So yeah, Loyal, just be on the lookout for this rotation now in between Hitchcock, Oklahoma, and Loyal. I didn't even know my mouse could do that. Okay. We learn something new every day. Look at that. If you aggressively shake the mouse, it gets all big on the screen. Interesting. I was like, where did Zero go? We lost Zero. She's right behind my office chair right now. Yeah. All right, here's what we've got happening right now. If we zoom out, we have a special weather statement that expires in 16 minutes. It includes Wichita. A special weather statement for Garber and Billings, Oklahoma. This tornado warning, the most prominent meso of the night here, continues to chug. And then this very long, severe thunderstorm warning for that line from just north of East Duke all the way up to the I-40 corridor, including Weatherford. We've got that happening down here. Did we just get a new warning somewhere? Oh, okay. I see what it is. So tornado warning allowed to expire on the one that we were just watching here as that meso began to fall apart. Just east of Hitchcock there, that now just a severe thunderstorm warning. Damage threat considerable. Winds up to 70 miles per hour, and it does have a tornado possible tag attached to it. That's for that existing meso right here. No longer strong enough, though, to warrant that tornado warning. They did go ahead and throw that tornado possible tag on it, though. But that does not mean places like Hennessy and yeah, you see it. I'm not going to try to pronounce that because I feel like I'll mess it up. And I'm just better off without saying it. You can see it. That's the approach we're taking there. Anyways, 70-mile-an-hour winds possible with inside of this box. Does include the Highway 81 corridor, Highway 51 and 132 here. So, yep, not even going to try. Yeah, that is the cool thing about Omega. You can literally you can zoom into each individual pixel. Like you can zoom in so far that you can't even see the entire pixel. Like we are looking inside of a pixel right now. Like look at this one. Look at that. We're inside of a single pixel. That is the cool thing about Omega. All right. Taking a different look here, back to our high-res reflectivity, looking at the southern end of this stuff. What I was initially focused on, all the tail-end Charlie stuff, it's really struggling to materialize down there. This line segment here has been severe warned for quite some time now. It's definitely packing a punch with it. Definitely a healthier line segment. No tornado warnings left. All of them have been allowed to expire now. So just severe warnings up and down this line. Keeping an eye on it. We'll stay on the high-res reflect for a moment down here and just watch the progression of this line. Hey, Storm Chaser Zim, what's up? I am not on that. No. Hey, Mama G, what's going on? Hello, members, YouTube members. Thanks for hanging out with us. Okay. All right. I think this is my calling. I really do think this is my calling to run back upstairs out of the studio here and at least press brew on the coffee pot. I'll let you guys hold the fort down with Zero the storm chasing dog, although I don't think she's going to do much because she is sound asleep. She didn't even hear me call her name. She's sound asleep behind the rocking chair. And I'm honestly not far behind her at this point. Not far behind. What up, Zero? There she is, everybody. There she be. The legend that just knocked my phone out of my hand. Thanks a lot. Yeah, hair all over you. Shedding like crazy right now for some reason. Everybody smash that like button for Zero. Oh my gosh, you are throwing hair everywhere. Yo. That is gross. Ugh. I don't know if you guys, I doubt the camera's picking up all that hair that is flying around me right now. But the studio lights definitely are for my eyes. It's everywhere. All right. Nice chat. Okay. Yeah, right. Nice chat. Thank you. Bye bye now. Ugh. got in my eyes there. Literally got in my eyes there. All right. I should probably stop messing around and go do what I need to do real quick. Ooh. That like made my eyes itch. The amount of fur that just flew up in the air. Ugh. Yes, and thank you to those that have sent in super chats tonight, and also anybody that has became a new member. Greatly appreciate it. Helps us at Team Zero out a bunch. Also, if you would rather support us over on PayPal, where PayPal doesn't take a portion of our money like YouTube does, I do have our PayPal link pinned in the comment section down below. You guys can check that out if you would like. That being said, I am going to hop out super quick, go press start on the coffee pot, come back down, make sure there's nothing new, and then go back up and grab my cup of coffee. Don't leave me, everybody. Promise I'll be right back. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. We got the coffee. We got the coffee. And a slice of pizza. So, really nothing has changed since we went up there. It is just kind of one big line of wind right now. I say that, and then there's noises happening. Stand by. Okay, this just got reissued here. So, this big severe thunderstorm warning right here has been reissued, expires in 45 minutes, 60-mile-an-hour winds. The biggest story with that, and no tornado possible tag attached. So this stuff is starting to approach that OKC area. About 50 miles out from the west side of Oklahoma City. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that for you guys. Not much of anything happening up here in Kansas. Boy, had that one severe warning earlier down here, southwest of Anthony, and then, or I'm sorry, that was southwest of Medicine Lodge, I believe. Yeah. Other than that, it's been very mellow up here. Honestly, kind of to be expected, though. This northern mode here on this line is just breaking apart. It's pretty trashy. Can't figure out what's going on with my mic there. Let's get the debate going in the comments right now while we have a moment. Who here thinks pineapple does not belong on pizza? Noises, loud noises coming from upstairs. But yeah, let's get that going in the comments. It should be unmuted, Rich, I think. Should be. I hope. Hope something's not going on. But yeah, maybe you guys didn't hear me, but let's get the debate going in the comments right now. Who thinks pineapple does not belong on pizza ever? Sorry, just wanted to mute the mic there while I consume some pizza with no pineapple on it. Yeah, and thanks to those that have sent in those super chats tonight, became members on YouTube. Zero, please don't steal my pizza. Became members on YouTube. Helps out more than you know. And thanks for just being here. It's good to be back on the live streams, doing what we love. Although things have been kind of slow tonight. We've covered 2 tornado warnings and then just a bunch of lengthy, severe thunderstorm warnings here as this line races across Oklahoma. And we are up here somewhere. We're covering it from somewhere in this county here. The new Team Zero HQ resides here. Waiting for my coffee to cool down too. I'm kind of in one of those weird transition phases right now where I'm trying to talk to you guys, eat my pizza, and wait for my coffee to cool down. It is one of those times. Oh my goodness. I just went through all of that with my mic muted. That literally proves the point that I was just talking about that none of you were able to hear, which is looking at this. Looking at this stuff now, I'm thinking to myself, like, I might be better off grabbing some shut-eye tonight and then just going full speed ahead with coverage for tomorrow's potentially more substantial severe weather threat down here in Dixie Alley. Because as I was saying that entire time with my mic off is so far there hasn't been much in the way of rotation. Even the southern end down here, where really technically the environment is better, nothing has really got its act together. Now, you definitely don't want to call an event over until it's over, but like even when you look down right here, you can see that this is all very outflow dominant because look at this. Look at that outflow being pushed off. Let me draw that better. You can actually see it here, right? So like, look at this right here. Watch that line push off, right? So that's all outflow coming out of these storms down here. So it's like an outflow boundary right there. See that? So yeah, that might be what I do. I may have just made that coffee for nothing. But like I said, you don't call an event over until it's over. I mean, you know, this stuff could very well, you know, start going tornadic. But taking a look at the northern end here. Special weather statement extending from Dover, Oklahoma, all the way up to the Kansas border, just south of Arkansas City. New Kirk, Ponca City, you're in that special weather statement. 50 to 55 mile an hour winds, penny-sized hail. Nothing super important there. Just some gusty winds. Down here, this whole line warned, getting ever so closer to El Reno over here. Eventually, this line will move through Oklahoma City. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, guys. But again, just because I'm gonna jump off here and grab a little shut eye before jumping into coverage tomorrow, doesn't mean that this event is over. Doesn't mean that, I mean, this tornado watch is good for another 5 hours. And this line is approaching Oklahoma City and Norman. The other thing is there's a bunch of other people that will remain live. I just need to. I'm sure you guys can understand my situation. I have a newborn, so I'm just trying to prioritize a little of everything at the moment. Tomorrow, though, I definitely want to save some. If I stayed live all night, I would never make it tomorrow to do this coverage down here for you guys, where there could be a more substantial tornado risk develop. So, because this line is kind of just chilling, we're not seeing a lot of tornado warnings right now. I do not have a start time for you right now. I will update the YouTube community tab and my Facebook feed in the morning with a potential start time for the stream. At this point, I do not have a start time. So it is I would imagine, I'm not even gonna guess. I still gotta look at models too once I hop off the stream here to just get a good idea of what's gonna go down. But definitely be live at some point tomorrow. With that being said, I am going to get a little bit of rest. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was honestly, this has been a pretty good maiden voyage into severe weather coverage from the comfort of my office chair. So, yeah, exciting stuff. Thank you guys. Thanks to those that sent in those super chats. Like I said earlier, consider becoming a YouTube channel member because I have a new video coming out this Thursday or Friday. And like I said earlier too, I don't want to spoil it, but there's going to be an item, very limited edition item, released in that video. And YouTube members and Facebook subscribers are getting 50% off discount codes at checkout when you buy them on pappenheimwx.shop, but only channel members and Facebook subscribers get that 50% discount. So consider becoming a subscriber today. We will see you guys on the live stream tomorrow. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope I wasn't too boring. Like I said, this aspect of stuff is totally new to me. So, and I just got moved into my new studio down here as well. So everything is kind of new, and we'll get comfy. We'll get cozy eventually. I can tell you that. Rich, thank you for being an awesome moderator tonight. I hope we see you tomorrow. Yeah, see, it's time for bed. And yeah, I'm not speaking fluently anymore. And honestly, that coffee just smells horrible at this point. That's how exhausted we really are over here at Team Zero. Come here, Zero. With that being said, guys, we're signing off. Everybody smash that like button for Zero. We will. Thank you.